Finally, the Friday is here and the weekend is just stone throw away tomorrow. Alright, so to keep myself busy here at work while waiting for the next class, I have a long break. As in long. Alright, so this is what I did. So take a look. So this is what do you think? What is this anyway? So well, it's a kind of like an improvised protective shield, like that. It says right there, improvised, actually protective shield. I made this from recycled materials from a display board. I have tons and tons of this display board, science fair project display board here in my classroom. Tons, because this company, Synopsis, it's upside down, gave a lot as their donations. And then so during science fair, towards the end of the year, but this year didn't have any science fair at all because of this down pond right here. So I accumulated a lot, and this is just a dust collector. Instead of throwing them out in the rubbish or recycling these plastics, which we actually don't know if they're actually truly recycling the plastic or not, those microfibers. So I thought of creating an extra protective shield. By the way, so the school provides us protective shields, as a matter of fact, plexiglasses. You can see one, this is supposed to be there on my table, but I decided to put it right in front of my small nook, and you see kind of like I do have like a Star Trek here. I feel I'm in a Star Trek, Next Generation, with all the Chromebooks that I have when I do teach distantly. So this is my small nook. So this is part of my classroom. Anyway, so this one is supposed to be there. So I shifted it here, and then I elevated. So a table and a chair. The commercially made plexiglass, they're making a lot of money from this, huh? Now it's the most, I would say, profitable business nowadays. So I think this one is way better than that one. It's not because I made it, it's because it's higher. Alright, and one thing is that it's environmentally friendly. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and recapture. Anyway, in a nutshell, so from this display board, trifold, as I said, I have tons and tons of that. So I cut the center, so into square, and I use these are overhead transparencies that we never use anymore because overhead projectors are outdated. So what I use is an LCD projector, which I don't use at this time because of this distance learning. So practically do the Google meeting directly from the laptop or the Chromebook. So I use 6 pieces of the transparency, the plastic, and I put them together using a clear tape. And there it goes, Bob's triangle. Right? Yeah. So I got the improvised one. And all tables in the classroom, 12 tables are going to be used because by CDC guidelines, the size of this classroom can accommodate 12 students only at this point in time. So in a regular, non-pandemic teaching, pre-pandemic, so I can have 34 students here. Wow, that's wow. So anyway, so each table has a commercially made plexiglass. There's another one. So they are equidistant, so safe distance. Now they bring it down to from 6 to 3 feet. All right. So well, could be right. Let us say it's a good sign that this they're getting more up to date to the current information about this coronavirus, the epidemiology, blah blah blah, and among others, epidemiology. Yeah, and the physiology or whatnot. Okay, and each table, so we'll have a sanitizer. Oh, by the way, this one is recycled too. So the school provides a bucket of a gallon of sanitizer. All right, I just thought if I will have 11 students here and I have 3 classes, all right, and they will use this. Let's say if they don't bring their sanitizer, and I will require them to sanitize their hand, so they're gonna be 11 students pumping with their hand times 3. That's 33. I am not gonna pump that with my bare hands. So, well, the passing transmission of the virus, contact tracing. Well, so I came about this idea. Just use this as the stock where I will be getting the sanitizer, and I do have quite a lots of recycled containers at home. Yeah, I love recycling. So this is from recycled fat-free margarine. There you go. And of course, I clean it, so it's clean, and it's pretty strong. And the students do not need to hold it, just tap it. And I put a label sanitizer using a blue tape. And I think this is quite safer and more hygienic instead of 11 times 3 topping. It's only if I have 3 classes, if all seats are taken, so practically there's only 3 people who are going to be using this. Well, no, students may bring their own, and I will encourage the students to have their own sanitizer. Kind of like this nowadays, because of this pandemic, you gotta have your own social distancing as well. So as we move around the classroom, you will see they're all set now. I'm pretty much ready. Oh, by the way, so they moved the opening of the school a week later, which is pretty good, so other people can prepare. In my case, I'm prepared because I'm always here in my classroom. So during my downtime, so I started setting this up. Of course, the custodian is the one helping me, primarily doing all the moving of the furniture, and the nitty-gritty details that I want to customize it based on the way I work and the way I'm gonna teach my student. It's your own twist. So I also added kind of like norms right there. So I put a norm here, pretty generic as you can see. Yeah, kind of like this. And again, they will need to stay seated all the time. And I put, again, I'm using a recycled transparency. So to protect it, because the students will clean their own area before the session and after the session with cleaning materials. So I get my finally they gave us. It took a pandemic. Excuse me. All right, it took a pandemic before they put a paper towel in the classroom. There's a paper towel dispenser here, but they never refill it. And finally, it took COVID pandemic before they put the liquid soap in the dispenser. Yeah, I've been here in this classroom for, I guess, 21 years. Oh my goodness. It took a global pandemic, 2019, before they put, actually there's a brand new, they put a paper towel. And this one, this is the original. See, it's empty. So they never put anything in there. So do your own thing. That's why I have lots of rugs here. I wash the rugs, and now they have to. It took a global pandemic before they put a paper towel. Anyway, that's hilarious, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, let's go back to the story. Yeah, this is the makeshift, right? There you go. And this is for my for the teacher computer, right there. Basically, this time I don't actually stay in this area, right? Not even in regular class. I'm just going here to check attendance, and I walk around the room. I don't even sit here. So another thing is that this one is short. The reason why it's short, this is good when you are seated, right? So when it's in here, and I don't sit, by the way. Nah, you burn more calories when you're standing. I don't sit. Basically, no, it's here. There's not even a chair in my desk. No. The only time is when I drive. And then when I'm, start resting at home, and that's it. All right? So, move your body every time. That's what I do. Yeah. So this one, as I said, it looks like, again, it's not because I made it. It looks like it's way better when it comes to height. All right? And that one is it's higher because I rose it up with those platforms, the tables and the chairs, right? And one thing is that this is recycled material. Instead of throwing them out in the rubbish, here you got the recycle board. And by the way, I've seen this strategy from other places, like for instance in Aruba. They're using recycled materials, primarily Aruba, because they gotta recycle, because all those plastic just goes to the ocean. In Maldives, and where did in Tanzania. I've seen this. They use recycled materials, and in other places as well, right? Because one thing is that, of course, this costs a fortune, right? Especially nowadays. So this safety protocol company, hand sanitizer, gloves, face mask, facial. Oh my God, it's a booming business. All right, it's like the state of the art now, right? It's the trend. So yeah, it's a fortune. I don't know what will they gonna do with this after the pandemic, right? Which we hope to end soon and very soon. Right, I hope it's all of a sudden it's gone, lo and behold, but no. But anyway, so it looks like we're looking at the light at the end of the tunnel getting hopefully brighter and brighter and brighter, and we're getting closer and closer and closer, but we're still in the tunnel. Well, the good thing is that the tunnel we're in has light at the end, right? Because not all tunnels have light. This one, I think the way I see it is that we are inside a tunnel with an entrance and with an exit, because there's tunnels, there's only one entrance and exit. You have to go around like a labyrinth, right? But hey, hopefully, hoping and praying and give it to God that this pandemic have taught, at least in my opinion, lots and lots and lots of lessons. I would say life lessons, all right? As well as I would say patience, right? And test of our strength and faith, right? And maybe the spirit of community. I think that's one of the most important, the spirit of community. We're all here together. Now, everybody is the one common thing, face mask. Anyway, so I am about to go home. It's end of my day. It's the weekend. Thank God, it's the weekend. And I'm just counting weeks, as a matter of fact, and the school year is over. And it's summer. I'm flying to Seychelles. All is set, and I'm so thrilled and over the moon. And great. So going to Seychelles, and I'm shaping out what's my next destination gonna be. As I mentioned in the past, it looks like I may be going to Curacao and Bonaire. Hopefully Bonaire opens. And of course, the Philippines. I truly love the Philippines. Right. So I'm just hoping and praying that the Philippines will ease up the travel restriction, and because they will be able to at least not to flatten the curve, or at least lessen the infection once again. All right, so they're kind of flat in the curve in the past, not totally, but now, even in other places, a lot of nations now are getting a surge. But the good thing is that about in the States, where I think we're getting better and better. All right, hopefully, cross all fingers and give all the hopes to the Lord. All right, so once again, Traveling is not arriving to a new destination. Okay, it is looking at this world in a different perspective. Okay, cheers, be safe, bye, and God bless. Keep that smile, and the world will smile at you. Have a great weekend, everybody. Make this one the best day ever.